One of my favorite quotes that I've ever heard is that nostalgia is evidence of a life well lived. And nostalgia, we're all talking about it. People are saying 2016 is the new 2026, vice versa. 2026 is the new 2016. And it seems, especially with media and social media, where we have memories on our phone in past time, a lot of people are always thinking about old memories and how time has flown by, and it brings a strong sense of pain. It really hurts, it almost physically hurts that you have all these memories and all these things that have happened in your life and you can't go back. It's a crazy concept, but it really is evidence that you lived a life that's worth wanting to go back for. And I have to have this as a reminder for me and for you that if you're feeling nostalgic, I mean, that is also a sign of a life that has just been worth it. And sometimes you're nostalgic over things that are not good. Sometimes the worst moments of my life, I am nostalgic over, which is probably, years ago. And one of the most interesting things about nostalgia is it's crazy because it's almost like certain moments are meant for a point in time, because you think about it, maybe you have friends where you don't really talk as much anymore, it's changed over time, and you just want to go back, but you realize that it was almost for that season, it was for that time in your life, and that's what was meant to happen at that time. And then now you're a bit older, things are different, and things may look different in your life now. You think back to, going down the slides with your friends and a fun summer's day with your friends, listening to a song 7 years ago. I remember, first of all, I talk about being an ARMY fan of BTS, and nostalgia is a very big topic within the ARMY fan base because the eras of BTS were just some of the best eras of a lot of our lives. And I remember watching the DNA music video and only seeing 5 months ago or a couple months ago, and now it's 7 years ago. That's just crazy. And you see all these songs that you stayed up for and you love, and you just think, dang, wow, I remember exactly the feeling I had in my body when it first came out. I say this to say that as a reminder for all of us, it's important to think about the fact that because we're so nostalgic over moments we don't think we should be nostalgic over, that in this moment now, I'm filming this video, I may be nostalgic over this and think, dang, I miss those days where I used to make YouTube videos. And it's a motivator to keep going, because you know that in your life, you may be reminiscent over this time in your life. For me, some of the moments I miss the most are probably eras of music. I love music so much, and years ago, there were a lot of songs that when they first came out, I stayed up to watch them, especially as a K-pop fan and a fan of other music too. I would stay up to watch the video and talk to my friends about it in school the next day. And then now those songs are just so, like, they're years old. And I know people were, it's probably worse for them because it's like 20 years old. I can't imagine that feeling. But, wow. Nostalgia is evidence of a life well lived, because the fact that it's worth it, so worth it, that we feel we want to go back in time is evidence that we have done something right and some good things have happened. So one of the another memory that I think back to a lot is field days in school, when you're in middle school or something like that, and there's a field day where it's all just different activities of sports, and it's so hot outside. You do a race and then you're drinking ice cold water, and then you're just having fun with your friends and you're laughing and just talking about whatever's going on at the time, and just no worries and all these things. So interesting. Very interesting. And it's really interesting that a lot of us view nostalgia as an emotion that's so indecipherable. It's painful, it's melancholy, but I'd rather experience it than not experience it. Because imagine living a life and you just never, you're like, that last year, I never want to go back to that year. You just want nothing to do with it. But the feeling of wanting to do with it is a good feeling. So this is my video motivator to anybody who deals with nostalgia excessively, sometimes it can be a negative because you're always focused on the past, but it should be a motivator that the next day or the next couple years, maybe some also nostalgic memories. So that just shows that life is worth living in the moment. And then sometimes when you don't think it's that good or life is that good, it will be that good to you in the next couple of years. So that's my take for the day. Bye. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.